Happy Sabbath, our viewers. Karibu katika Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Raila ODINGA is a tactician. The man sees very far away, farther than a giraffe. In fact, if I sit on a camel and Raila is walking on foot, he can see farther than me and you. When Raila ODINGA agreed to support the national dialogue at the Bomas, most of us did not know what Raila ODINGA was after. But of late, many people have come to realize that Raila's eyes were set on the prize. Many people are now supporting Raila ODINGA's move. That it was a brilliant move. It was a brilliant idea to support the non-partisan, the bipartisan dialogue that is taking place at the Bomas of Kenya. If you're here for the first time, you can subscribe at this juncture. For our viewers, kindly like a video at this juncture, and let us see what is happening at the Bomas. For one, the negotiators have agreed on one very important demand by Raila ODINGA: the auditing of the 2022 elections, and they have gone further and agreed on not only the results, but the process, pre-election process, the idea of tendering, the preparation, recruitment, and so on and so forth. So this is very, very important. This is a major score, because to Raila ODINGA, this is one area that he needed to come out very strongly and very clearly because of a number of implications. The second thing that the talks has agreed on is the expansion of the IBC from 7 commissioners to 9 commissioners. That is a major win for Raila ODINGA. It also means that the recruitment will also involve the political parties. So AZIMIO and KENYAN will have a major say when it comes to the recruitment of IEBC commissioners. This is very, very, very important, because what we heard before is the commissioners that were appointed by one side of the political divide, something that ended up having disastrous results and contested results, and it has been an issue. It has been a major issue up to today. The second thing that they have agreed on is that no more poaching, no more buying of political parties. That idea, like what Jubilee did, Jubilee kununuliwa na kujiunga na serikali na vyama vingine ambavyo vilifanya hivyo, that is now a thing of the past, if what they agreed on will be implemented in the constitution. That is also a major score. Again, another major score by Raila ODINGA is the 2/3 gender rule. Ni jambo nzuri sana, kwa sababu what we know is that the government has been trying to come up with a way ambapo theluthi moja ya watu ambao waliochaguliwa wangekuwa katika serikali. And this one, according to the negotiators, the executive will be composed of 1/3 gender rule, that is women or men, whichever, and the same case applies to parliament, because as we sit here, on the president's desk is an advice by the former president of the Supreme Court, Maraga David, that parliament should be dissolved. Indeed, William Samoei Ruto is supposed to dissolve parliament. But now, this dialogue has come up with a way. It is a major win for William Samoei Ruto also, and the opposition in general, because they have been trying to campaign for this. Again, it is also worth noting that AZIMIO has gone to court and want 75 days compensated and the policemen, especially the Inspector General, prosecuted for causing death of 75 people. Na vile vile Raila mwenyewe has written the affidavit, even showing how the police wanted to kill him, the police wanted to murder him, and how the police were involved in the killing, in the shooting of AZIMIO demonstrators. This is something that many people would not see it coming, but it is very, very commendable. So what are the consequences of these talks? Because now they have agreed on many things, apart from one thing that they have not agreed on, which I'm going to talk about also here. So the first consequences of these talks is Raila will come out as a statesman. Raila will command respect, both within and outside the country. That is the truth of the matter. Kutokana na the fact that he has managed to bring hostilities down, the fact that he has managed to bring William Samoei Ruto on the negotiating table, the fact that he has managed to solve issues that do with the election, the process, the constitution of IBC, and so many things, means that he will command respect. Not even now, but even in future. In fact, even if Raila ODINGA was to retire after this, he will exit honorably, and he will always be consulted on major issues. Hongera Raila Amolo ODINGA, kwa sababu I've always opined that Raila Amolo ODINGA loves this country, and he loves the country so dearly. The second consequence of this agreement is that Gachagua comes out as the greatest loser. He will end up being isolated. Because you see, especially what is happening in the mountain, is that Gachagua is already being isolated by the people of the mountain, especially the leaders. Kwa sababu wengi wanamzunguka William Samoei Ruto. Apart from leaders from Nyeri, the rest of the leaders from Mount Kenya, tunaona kwamba they agree, they are in support of William Samoei Ruto, especially the youthful members of parliament. So Gachagua will remain isolated, and you know very well that Gachagua amekuwa akipiga mazungumzo haya because all said and done, anajua vizuri sana he would come out as the greatest loser. Again, something else is that the status of Kimani Ichung'wah will be elevated. In fact, Kimani Ichung'wah is going to overshadow Rigathi Gachagua. The fact that he chaired these talks, that is, he co-chaired these talks with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, just like Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who will now command more respect, even more than Mother Karua. That is the truth of the matter. Because you see, that is why you see Mother Karua is not very, very happy, because ukiangalia ndio sababu utaona wanauda kile chama ambacho wanakiita ule muungano ambao wanaoita Kamwene, which is selfish if you ask me. When you look at it, it is reactionary, because Kalonzo status will also be elevated. Don't be surprised if AZIMIO front Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as the presidential candidate, and I hope you are going to support him. The other thing is that Mwananchi comes out as the greatest loser. That is the truth of the matter. The hustlers are the greatest losers. If you ask me, we are the greatest loser because this dialogue have not agreed on the cost of living. That is the elephant in the room. Hakuna hata jambo moja ambalo wamekubaliana vile ambavyo gharama ya maisha itashuka, vile ambavyo, kwa mfano, they are supposed to remove some of the taxes. They are supposed to give subsidies. If it is done in other countries, why not in Kenya? So, wache yale mambo ya kusema that they are subsidizing production. You can even subsidize consumptions. Like fuel. If you subsidize fuel, mwananchi atanufaika. Huo ndio ukweli wa mambo. If mkiondoa some of the taxes, some of them very punitive, the cost of living is going to come down, especially the so many taxes in electricity. Utapata ya kwamba mwananchi ndiye ambaye atanufaika. So the mwananchi is the greatest loser. And if we are not going to address this issue, I don't think mwananchi is going to embrace this thing. Again, the Prime Cabinet Secretary comes in or comes out as also a great beneficiary of these talks, because his position, which is legal, will be entrenched in the constitution. So Musalia Mudavadi smiles all the way to State House. That is the truth of the matter. Again, these talks will aid the legitimacy questions, because if the servers will be audited, if the process will be audited, then if it is proved that Raila ODINGA won the election, then William Samoei will not have any legitimacy, not have any guts to say that he's the president of the Republic of Kenya. Again, if Raila ODINGA lost the elections and it is proved that, independent auditors have proved that alipoteza kura ya urais, he will have no guts to tell Kenyans that he was rigged out, and he will have to work as the opposition leader. Again, when I look at this, I see a smooth 2027 general elections. Because if the parties have agreed and the process is good, then the outcome will also be good. Because garbage in, garbage out. Because what we have had before is garbage in, and that is why we had garbage out. If we are not going to have garbage in, then we shall not have garbage out in 2027. So we shall have a smooth, free, fair, and verifiable elections. If what is happening is anything to go by. I don't know what you think, ladies and gentlemen, but if you ask me, Mwananchi is the greatest loser. Raila ODINGA has won big time, and he has outwitted William Samoei Ruto. Let us interact in the comment section. As usual, I'm going to respond to most of the comments, and please, may you have a great Sabbath. Bye-bye.